Hey, it's Taylor, and in today's video we're talking about VelociCoaster day versus night. The first step of riding VelociCoaster is making sure you're tall enough, and I passed the test, so we're on to the next step. So I'm on my way for another ride right now, and you can hear guests screaming on the ride behind me. But a couple things to mention. VelociCoaster is currently in technical rehearsal, so it officially opens on June 10th. There's Hulk as well going by me. It officially opens on June 10th. Basically, a technical rehearsal means that, they're testing different effects, different parts of the ride. So it can open sporadically. It might not be open all day, but it's been running really consistently recently. So that's one thing to mention. And also, I've already been on it during the day and at night. So I wanted to mention that in advance for when I start talking about this. I don't want you to think like I'm talking about it before I've actually been on at night. I've already been on at night as well. So I will say my favorite thing about riding during the day is this top hat portion, the tallest point right here. When you reach it at the top during the day, you can really see a really great view of the parks. At night it's nice, but there's nothing compares to being, during the day everything's lit up. You can really see everything really well. So that's definitely my favorite part of the ride during the day. Would you look at that? It's Taylor's place. It's Taylor's place. So something I should say about riding VelociCoaster at night, it's actually pretty tricky. So right now it's 7:45 and the park closes at 8 today. So especially as, oh, there they go. Especially as it gets later into the summer, it just gets, it takes a while to get dark. So that's one thing to keep in mind. If you're not coming on a Friday or a Saturday, it's a little bit trickier. I came on last Friday, and they close at 9, and it's a little bit easier to get a night ride. I'm still gonna ride now, and it's still darker than, normal, but it's not a complete night ride on a weekday right now. Okay, I made it into the Courtyard. And I've got to tell you, the Courtyard at night has a lot of really fun energy. The lighting, is a lot more visible. The sign changes. You can see the coaster dropping here. It's a really fun experience at night in the Courtyard. So the posted wait time right now is actually only 60 minutes. So they're not using the outdoor extended queue. But one thing to mention is obviously the outdoor extended queue is a lot more comfortable at night versus the day. So you can see it kind of goes this way, and then it goes all the way down there. It can get, it's probably like 15, 20 minutes worth of outdoor queue when it's full. Anyway, I just wanted to show the outside queue. So this first room in the indoor queue has a beautiful lighting package, especially at night. You can see the shades of blue and orange and red and purple. And when it's dark outside, like completely dark outside, when the lights go out in here, it's like pitch black in this room. It's really cool. Also, really great fans in this room. Probably some of the best fans at all of Universal. So this room here is a really cool room at night as well. So it looks good during the day, but at night I think it looks even better. So you can see the ride vehicle zoom by and the Raptors chase it. So it's a little hard to see, but here's a daily medical checklist that they perform on the Raptors. You gotta look out for the bumblefoot or the ragged tooth. Pink eye, Raptors can get pink eye as well. Where'd this Raptor go? Why is this one not here? Okay, time to go to the lockers, so I'll see you on the other side. So two things that are noticeable at night. You see the blue ride vehicle. So they purposely chose blue lights because birds of prey are averse to blue light. So that's why the Courtyard and the ride vehicles have blue lighting. And then the watchtower that overlooks the paddock, at night you can see the searchlight that shines through the paddock and keeps an eye out for the Raptors. So I haven't seen anyone mention this in any videos, but at Raptor Encounter is where they raise the baby Raptors, and that's why Raptor Encounter has this path here that leads to the Raptor paddock, and you can see the arrows leading you to the Raptor paddock. It could have been my imagination, but I also want to say these waterfalls that you go past in the ride were a lot more noticeable at night. Maybe it's the lighting, or maybe it's just because I've been on a few times now, so I noticed these things, but I felt like I was getting a lot closer to the waterfalls at night, so just another little night difference in my opinion. Okay, so I just got off my second ever night ride. My first one over the weekend was a little bit darker, but it's still kind of dark out, and I gotta tell you, I really prefer VelociCoaster at night. It's fun during the day. I will say if you're kind of scared of the ride, I would probably go during the day instead of at night. But otherwise, I do think night's more fun. I think the paddock, especially the first half of the ride, is more fun at night. Overall, it's a lot better at night in my opinion. I also rode in the back row for the first time. I've rode in the front multiple times, but this is my first time in the back row. And I've got to tell you, like when you go over that top hat in the back row, it really pulls you over. I mean, you feel it really pulling. So that's my opinion. Night is better than during the day, and I also prefer front over back. But if you've already been on, let me know what you think, and I will see you in the next video.